Hey, what's up? It's your boy Dre. Right now, what I want to talk about is we want to talk about the opinions, the opinion debates that you may involve yourself in, may or may not involve yourself in when you own firearms. Me. See me, I like to talk. So whenever, whenever something come up, whether it's sports or movies or whatsoever, I mean, same thing go with guns. You know what I'm saying? That's empty for those that's concerned. But I like to talk, and with that comes the fact of you gonna have people and their opinions, and their a lot of people are biased to the things that they like. Well, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'll when somebody try to force their opinions on you, that's well, for me it ain't gonna never work. But here's the thing. Let me tell you how I see this. It's two worlds. You know what I'm saying? So, one world is the world that we live in. Like the physical, like this bed, this dresser, uh, my lamp, and then the other world is my perception of the world, as in, oh, I see this lamp and it's ugly. I see this bed and it's not the what I like, but I like, so whatever the case may be. Same go with guns. I love I love the way the Glock look then, but it's just a plain gun. But somebody else may say, hey, this is the best looking gun I've ever seen. So with that in mind, you have that mentality. Well, let's go back. Everybody has a way they see the world, and it's all based off their perception preference. So if I go out and bought me if I went out and bought me a Smith and Wesson Sigma, and then I walked into a conversation with somebody who had who loves Glocks, who can't see anything past Glocks, oh yeah, you gonna be in for an earful. you know, So basically, what I'm saying is this: when it comes down to having your debates or whatsoever, make sure you understand the person that you communicating with. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't live in the same world. You're gonna have these debates of there's it's no reason to carry nothing under 45. He said, oh well, man, 9mm is the best round period. He said, man, you ain't shooting nothing unless you shooting 10mm. He said, man, you crazy, man. It's 357. It's gonna stop whatever I shoot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, you're gonna run into all of that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love when I especially like when people get emotional behind their opinions, especially when they can't change my mind. So one thing that you stand by your opinion. If you like the Smith and Wesson Sigma, if you see it, I mean, look, Smith and Wesson Sigma, it comes in 9 and 40. It's $299. It's $300. Now, is it the best gun out? I'm not gonna say that, but I'll tell you like this: when it comes down, it's definitely not a high point. I'll tell you that it's definitely not a high point. You come from a name brand company. I don't see nothing wrong with it. For my preference, the Smith and Wesson trigger is heavy. It's not too heavy to where you say I can't pull it, but when I compare it to my Glock trigger, you know, my Ruger SR9 trigger, my Beretta triggers, you know, and it's the oddball. Smith & Wesson M&P trigger as well. You know what I'm saying? The comparison between the Smith & Wesson M&P trigger and the Smith & Wesson Sigma trigger, yeah, it's like night and day. The M&P is killing that. You know, I mean, as far as from being a lighter trigger pull, I mean, but here I look at the Sigma don't have any external safety, so I look at the heavy trigger as a safety. You know, that's how I see it. You know, everybody don't see it like that. See, that's part of that whole perception. My opinion, you know, one person's opinion being based out of their perception of, you know, how they see it. You know, one person sees a glass half full, the next person sees a glass half empty. You know, I just so happen to be the kind of person that I see it as both. You know, if you got a 16-ounce cup and it's 8 ounces of liquid in there, it's half full and it's half empty. You know, it's not a right or wrong answer. I just so happen to see it as both. You know, so, but some people don't have that luxury. But yeah, man, I mean, it's crazy, man. Especially, you know, I love to talk to those people who love like 45, you know, and they'll say, oh man, 8 rounds. If you can't do it in 8 rounds, then you don't need to be carrying. Okay. You might make like that makes sense. Like, cause yeah, if you got 8 rounds and if you hit all 8 times and you can't do it, then yeah, you got a serious problem. You know what I'm saying? But that's a perception. So, you know, you get in a real situation. If you're not a trained police officer, I mean, and even trained police officers miss, man. You gotta think about, if you shooting at somebody, you shooting at a moving person. You ain't shooting at nothing standing still, you know. And I don't know who's saying, oh yeah, shoot me. I'm standing right here, shoot me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody that's doing nothing like that. So when you engage in these caliber debates, make sure you know caliber, gun debates, size, what to carry, what kind of carry system. Man, it's crazy. You know, like I say, I love to listen to people, especially when they get in their emotion. But make sure you understand the people that you dealing with, because you know what I'm saying, it get wild, it get real. You know what I'm saying? These people they'll cut you out because you don't agree with them. I'll tell you right now, you know, I don't give a fuck. I really don't, you know what I'm saying? Because the most important thing about when you buying a firearm is your research. You know what I'm saying? You make sure when you research and you got your information together, and all it's gonna take is getting a few opinions. Then, well, first of all, you go in, find something you like, pick it up, hold it, you know, rack it, dry fire, see if you like it yourself. Then get you a few opinions. You know, I ain't gonna say few, get as many opinions as you can. You know, because you're gonna have some people that's gonna diss it, some people that's gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? And when you get that, then after you get the actual experience, that's when you'll say, okay, this is how I feel. And know that when you get a gun, your initial impression is going to be different from your overall impression after you get it, and say you've had it and you've been to the range on a regular for 6 months. Yeah, your perception is going to change, because what's going to happen is the gun is either going to be everything you thought it was, or it's gonna not be what you thought it was. I mean, but that's the same with people. You know, you meet some people, you're excited, you know, that you like, oh, I ain't never met nobody like this before. Then after a while, you find out that they either who you thought they were or they ain't who you thought they were. You know, so it's a crazy world that we live in, the real world, and everybody don't live in the same world up here. So, you know, make sure you understand the people that you're talking to, because and that's only for the debaters. But I tell you right now, the people that likes to debate on my page, you know, that's fine. You know, I don't really care. I love to have a conversation, but if I see you're an idiot, yeah, don't even. You can just write as much as you want to, and I ain't gonna say nothing to it, because I don't do no internet arguing. Not, we can debate. We can debate. You know, like if someone says, "Hey, I see you like the Glock 23." Well, you know, Glocks is not for me. You know, I can handle that. With somebody saying, "Oh, you got a Glock 23? That's a piece of shit." Yeah, I ain't listening to you at all. I ain't even read it. I'm gonna erase what you got to say, because it's like you only live in your own world. You know what I'm saying? That you don't come around here telling me what I'm supposed to do. You know, I mean, and that's the same way for like advice. You know, somebody, and this speaks volumes for people who's interested in getting a gun. That's why I say get as many opinions as possible, because you might be looking at something and you talk to one person and they just throw the gun and shit. You know, it just so happens that it might be a good gun. They might. I know people that talk bad about Glocks. People that talk bad about Berettas. Wait a minute, hold on. I got a call coming through. Hey, man. Hey, what you doing? So I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah. Let me call you. Let me call you right back. I'm almost done. All right. My bad. Got a little, phone call came through. But anyway, at the end of the day, make sure you get as many opinions as possible when you about to make your purchase or whatsoever. And then shit, after that, after you get your opinions together, after you get your experience, you'll know how you feel about the gun, and ain't nothing nobody can tell you about it. So, and like I said, you just got to do a lot of hands-on. Everybody don't got bad information. Everybody don't got good information. The wisest person will tell you, yeah, I know a little bit. Because they know they don't know when you don't know everything, you know what I'm saying? But some people that think, yeah, I know everything. I know this in and out and in, that back and forth. It's certain things that you will know in and out and in, but you don't know in and out and in about every single thing, So, but like I said, man, the opinion, you really gonna have to form it yourself. Don't ever let somebody trash what you think will be good for you, especially if you talking about something that's gonna go into your budget. But then at the same time, the thing always to keep in mind, and that's with anything, clothes and shoes too. A lot of times with certain shit, you get what you pay for. So like if somebody came up and sold you a gun for $100, a handgun, then yeah, I can just imagine what you're getting. I feel like a normal, I say average price for probably like a polymer frame gun, you probably gonna spend like $400. I think that's about average price. With a lot of polymers. I mean, shit, now, but when you get the H&K, them motherfuckers is like 1,000, 900. But you know, for Glocks, Rugers, Smith and Wessons, they hover around that $400 range. Well, except for, you know, Glocks they in the 500s. But I'm just kind of just an average overall price. You should be looking to spend $400, at least $400 when you get you a pistol. But that's your boy, and let me know about the people that you run into with these opinions, because I like reading about it. It's funny.